Greetings and welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of Poly Weekly News. I'm your host, David Danto. And a couple of months ago, we had a really wonderful walkthrough of the Paris Poly Experience Center with my friend and colleague, Ophelia. So I realized we haven't done anything here locally closer to me. So I'm joined by my friend and colleague, Erika Nouri. Erika, say hi to everybody. Tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hi, everyone. As it was mentioned, my name is Erika Nouri, and I am the Customer and Experience Manager here at the Experience Center in New York City.
So the Experience Center is where clients would come. I know that, as Poly and HP come together, we may be rebranding. Tell us a little bit about what the site does and a little bit about the naming.
Of course. So we're located in Midtown Manhattan here. We actually just hit our 1-year anniversary in this office. So really exciting to be in the space for 1 year. So we really do conduct different types of meetings and people in this space, from customer briefings to internal meetings, from partner events. If you can think of an event, we've probably had it in the center.
So what you're going to do for us today is take us through a walkthrough of the space, and it might not necessarily all be on one camera. We may be switching to various gears and various pieces of gear and various shots and other things, but to give people a sense of what it's like at this beautiful center. It's literally across the street from Penn Station. So I'm going to let you take over and just go ahead and give everybody the tour as if we were there with you.
Perfect. Well, I'm excited to take you along for a ride and showcase my favorite space, of course, my office. And really quickly wanted to zoom out and showcase the 6th floor here. This is exactly the view you get when you walk into our office space. Usually our coordinator, Erika, is up front, so you'll see her beautiful smiling face as you walk in and check in. So as David mentioned, I'm going to take you through this floor and showcase different types of meeting spaces we have, how we take our customers through these spaces, and again, showcase the 5th floor as well. So just give me a moment and I'll head over to our new space. Great. All right. And we're going to go in here.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty site that you walked us through with, nice modern lighting and beautiful rooms and a lot of technology all over the place, but not overwhelming technology. So tell us about the first room that we're going into.
So the first room we're in right now is my favorite room of the entire space. It's my demo room. And so as you can see, we pretty much have almost every product within the Poly portfolio here. So this is really where the customers can come in and touch and feel and see how the products operate in different types of spaces. I have down from our X series video bars here, from our personal devices set up here. We have some of our phones, our tablets, down from our CCX phones, and even.
Erika, while you were talking there for a second, we actually lost your audio. Did you walk out of the acoustic fence? Do you want to tell everybody what that is before we go on?
Yes, a bit of my mistake, but we do have the acoustic fence on from the last demonstration I did here in this room. So I'm actually on our X70 video bar, and the acoustic fence is actually a beam that's coming out from the middle of the camera. So anything outside of this fence is completely muted. So as you saw me walk outside of the fence, I was still talking and demonstrating, but it actually cut out all those noises. So this is a really great feature, especially since we're in Midtown. There's actually an ambulance right outside our window right now driving by, and you can't hear anything at all. So it's been really great for being located in a pretty active city, but I can take out all those outside noises.
Okay, cool. So you go ahead. You can shut off acoustic fence now, and you can continue with the demo.
Thank you. All right, now you can hear me. So now that acoustic fence is off, as I was mentioning before, we have pretty much a variety of every device that we have in our portfolio, from our phones, our touch controls, there's a variety of different video bars we have, our personal systems, and even some of our headsets displayed right over here. Again, this is going to be the main room where we bring our customers in to showcase what they're looking for, so I can customize this experience, whether they're looking to go fully native or a more agnostic type of meeting space, so I can customize the experience for them exactly in this room.
And Erika, this is one of the most important points that I make to our customers and to our potential customers and even to our competitors' customers, is that when you're being told about this fancy new product, Project XYZ, or we've just announced a new video bar, or we've got this new camera that shoots 19 different shots from the middle of the table. Always go somewhere, look at it, listen to it, try it. And if you can't do that, don't buy it. We have the ability for you to listen to how our systems sound and how our headsets sound and how our video works right here in these experience centers all over the world. By all means, come and try it and compare products that you can actually get your hands on, because we don't tend to announce new products 2 years in advance and then possibly not release them. If we're talking about something like the X70 that we're using, or the video bars behind you, or the headsets, or the personal systems, they're there and you can at least experience them. If you want to buy a competitor's product, I don't know why you would, but that's fine. But definitely listen to it and watch it and make your decision based on how it really performs.
Exactly. And well, you'll see as I move through the different spaces, we did set up these rooms to reflect what we see in customer spaces. So one thing I always like to point out here, you're going to see a lot of glass. Everyone loves glass. It's the best for bringing in natural light. You see here, opening the space up. Sometimes not the best for distracting noises, which is why acoustic fence is really helpful.
Which we have off now, so we're hearing the
Yes.
ambulance, but that's okay.
Well, I'd love to continue to take you around the center so we can move on to the next room.
Awesome. Go for it. So what room are we in now?
So we're actually in a type of traditional type of meeting space. So what I'll do here is I'll actually turn off my tracking and zoom out so you can see the entire space. So this is about I'll say a 9 to 12 person meeting room. So here we actually have it connected with our E70 camera. It's the same camera that's built into the X70, but I have it running off of the G7500. But I like this room in particular because I can showcase a flexible space or a customizable space. So we always say that the X series are really great products to be able to set up, deploy, and you're up and running. But sometimes different meeting spaces need a little bit more. So this room showcases our ceiling mics that are above us. Again, we can show multiple cameras if we need to. And again, as I mentioned before, talk to the codec that's in the room. So this is the main room we usually start in. Like I said, it's more of our traditional meeting space here. But we like to show a variety of what we have. And of course, show off the E70 camera.
And the G7500 with the E70, that has been announced. I don't know as we air this if it's certified yet or if it's going to be a couple of weeks out from that, but it is the only integrator codec available on the market that's certified for Zoom and Microsoft Teams. So if you're an AV integrator and you're trying to put in, a traditional room that might need external microphones and external inputs, then you've got a device there that you can use as a pure integrated device. You don't have to go with a PC-based system. You can go with an appliance, a strong appliance, and have a Teams certified room ready to go.
Exactly. So as you said before, with our Android-based systems, they can, I like to say, get whatever flavor that they need in their environment. Now, of course, I love this space, but I want to continue to move through and not only how we use this space for customer briefings, but how we can use it for events as well. So I'm going to take you to one space that we have here on the 6th floor and showcase how we've used it for meeting spaces, but also make it flexible for events as well.
Okay, just before you leave this room, how far away are you from the camera?
I'm about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, about 18 to 20 feet away.
Okay, and we're looking at you in a very long shot. Why don't you turn the system on just for a second and show everybody what the camera does for 18 to 20 feet away for somebody who's talking.
Of course. So I just turned on speaker focus. Should turn on just a second. So this is what it would look like in a long shot for the E70. Again, I'm about 18 to 20 feet away from the camera, but you can still see me very clearly. I would be maybe the presenter that's standing all the way in the back of the room, but I don't need to worry about the camera will be able to see me or track me because this is what this camera is designed for, is for large meeting room spaces.
Okay, that's excellent. Where are we going next?
All right, we're actually just going to showcase our open space here on the 6th floor and really talk to how we use it for events or internal meetings.
Awesome, go for it. So where are we now, Erika?
So we're still on the sixth floor, but this is the back space of the sixth floor. So we leave it open for maybe our sales team who's in the city. They need to come and work for the day. These are just open workspaces where they can come in and sit down. Also, we have this high top here, but we also use this meeting space for events. So these tables are actually movable. We've been able to put them to the back to have happy hours up here, lunch and learns. We just had an executive meeting space where they had multiple days here. Again, we can set it as a classroom setting. And of course, I'm on a PC-based system right now where we can still share content. We can join meetings if we need to. But of course, this space can open up to whatever type of event that someone is looking for. So we actually like to use this for the smaller to medium size events because our fifth floor can actually accommodate more larger events, again, more multiple people.
And while we're in this big open space, you want to have your colleague come in and poke her head in and say hi?
Of course.
It was really super nice of her to change her name to Erika, so we wouldn't have to learn a different name from the two of
We'll
you.
make it very easy for you all. So I'm Erika with a K, and
I am Erika with the C. So I am Erika Thomas, and I am the briefing coordinator for this space as well as our Herndon PEC. So any coordination requests, if you want to stop by and say hello, use our space, please reach out to me.
Erika and Erika. Thank you very much for helping out with the tour today. And I don't want to interrupt it too much, but Erika, you guys are always terrific. Every time we bring a customer up there, every time I have a meeting up there, everything works perfectly. Catering is excellent. The bottled water is a little kind of pricey for me, the ones you guys are. You gotta get some less expensive stuff up there, but all really good. So thanks very much, Erika. So where to next? Are we done on this floor?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move over to the fifth floor.
Okay, before we go, I'm looking out the window. We can see a little bit of a shot out. It's a rainy day in New York City. You can see taxi cabs. You can see the drugstore across the street. And if you could look out that window, if we were to pull the camera off the wall and look, you'd see a whole bunch of construction between here and Madison Square Garden, Penn Station. You have a perfect view of Penn Station, right?
Yes, so we can literally see the post office here. We can see the new Morninghound train hall from here. Like I said, at night, it is beautiful when we see Madison Square Garden lit up. And we also have a rooftop. So unfortunately, we cannot go up there today because of the rain, but we have a beautiful view of the Empire State Building to our left and even Hudson Yards to our right, which has gorgeous new buildings up as well. So a great view from the space, and you can do a little people watching from up here too.
And I was up there for a nice little cocktail party that we had when the site was opened up. We had a guitarist, we had a little wine bar up there, so we can certainly do that for client events, for partner events. If we have a poly partner that does a lot of installations and want to bring their clients through there, you can speak to Erika, and we can get that arranged for you.
Of course.
Okay, take us to the next floor. We're going down, right?
Yes, we're going down, and we'll see you there.
Okay. So while they go downstairs, it's actually really kind of interesting to note that this site is much smaller than the site that Polycom used to have in New York. But it's so much more effective because instead of just being big offices and rooms, each site has a purpose. It's an experience center, and that's where a lot of manufacturers are going in terms of their experience centers now, to show the various scenarios and how they would work and how you would be. So hopefully by now they're downstairs and we can take a look at what goes on the fifth floor.
All right, nice to see you again. So I'm actually joined in from the fifth floor here. As you can see, the layout is a bit different. So I'm actually going to move my camera around so you can easily see the space. So to my right over here, we kind of have more of our lounge area. So people can relax, work here. Again, if you want to change it up from the office space. In the corner
wait, hold it. That is Madison Square Garden that we can clearly see in the back. And there's the press entrance and the VIP entrance. And I could probably make out the corner of Nick and Steph's Steakhouse. Nice little restaurant there in Manhattan. And I see the post office to the right. So it's actually beautiful views from there. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go on.
Oh, no, it's fine. I know you can't get over the view you have in New York. It's just so beautiful. Unfortunately, on a rainy day. But as I mentioned before, you can probably see it in the corner here. We actually have different, again, meeting rooms or different spaces where we can showcase to our clients or have people dropped in to work for the day. So this is actually our makeshift home office. We have two of them, so one upstairs on the sixth floor and one down here on the fifth floor. to showcase some of our personal devices, again, to reflect what we see in home offices or in hoteling spaces. Again, we have kind of our lounge area here. And then we have, again, as you saw upstairs, there's more open workspace over here. So we have our high top table here. We have kind of our high bar over there to the side, which again, you can work, get a great view of the city and people watch. And then of course, in the back here, we actually have the drop down spaces, but we've outfitted them with monitors, our P5 cameras, so people can come in and then actually have a larger monitor to work from. But as I mentioned before, we need to have these spaces be flexible for us. So all this can actually be taken down. We just put it back up. We had an event going on this week where again, we can move these tables around. We can do a U-shaped setting. We can do classroom setting. We can open the space up, have it standing room only. And of course, we have our large monitor here for showing content or presentations. So,
yeah, I'll take a look and see if I can find the video that exists somewhere online of me actually doing an interview with 3 panelists up there in a classroom style setting, just to show everybody the same area that we're looking at here can be configured that way or any way you want.
So yes, so yeah, I know you've been here before and seen this space kind of change through the year. But again, this is where we have our large events. We've had, our opening or our grand opening event here, or like you said before, our partner events where they bring their customers in here. They get a great view of Madison Square Garden, even maybe take them to a Rangers game afterwards. So not only can I use this for event spaces, but I love it because maybe if I have an event going on the 5th floor or the 6th floor, I can come down here and still do customer briefings on the 5th floor. So again, we have a very flexible space where we can work around each other. And if we have internal meetings going upstairs, I can still have customer briefings down here. I have another demo table set up with a variety of X series and phones and headsets. And of course, through the back, we have different types of meeting spaces with Microsoft Teams rooms. We show off our media line and even a Zoom room here. So again, we have so much to show in this space. We have so many different types of setups for our customers to where they can also take these examples of what we set up for them and implement them in their spaces. So again, we're constantly busy here, but I'm so happy to always have people come into the center and be able to show off the Poly product line.
And that space to your left that we didn't show, that's just another large conference room, right?
This is a little huddle space. About 4 people can fit here. So we show it with our X30, and the one behind me here is a large meeting room.
Okay, that's great. Beautiful, beautiful looking space, very functional.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me, showcasing the New York Poly Experience Center. I hope this piqued your interest and you can actually come see it in person, because I promise you, I know it's probably blowing your mind seeing it through the show today, but in person, it's even more incredible.
So Erika, thank you very much. I really do appreciate the walkthrough. I want to tell our viewers and make sure that everybody understands Erika are terrific, that they're there. They're there to host you. Do not ask them for tours. Do not bombard them with requests. If you would like to see this space, contact your Poly representative, your distributor, your sales rep, your Poly account manager, your channel manager, and make the request through them, because then you'll get it through proper channels. You'll get it prioritized correctly into the space here. And if you're not near New York, if you're not visiting New York, ask anyway, because we have these, as I said, in cities all over the world. Please reach out to us, because there's nothing is any better than actually seeing and hearing the equipment. So Erika, again, thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
Okay, so that's it for this week's episode of Poly Weekly News. I'm your host, David Danto. For all of my colleagues at Poly and HP, thank you very much for watching. We do appreciate you taking the time every week to see what's going on here. We'll see you next week.